Batman. Ay. Flicking, I roll on. Taking these pics with these hoes, counting this dough, money gets so long. Flicking, I roll on. I roll.
Big round, Ferris wheel, boy, I start a festival.
Taking these pics with these hoes, counting this dough, money gets so long. Flicking, I roll. Alright, free game, we back. Man in the building.
Shout outs to Free Game, Sean P.
We got a lot of special guests on the panel today because we got a very important topic to talk about. We got to get down to the nitty gritty about the Zoe shit, Stephon Clark and the motherfucking Sacramento Police Department and police departments everywhere across this country that's acting out, feeling like they can do what they want to do. So let's go around, introduce yourself, start this way.
King Dizzy, formerly known as Eric D, whatever you want to call it. You know, we in this thing.
And then where you from?
South Sacramento, to be exact. Meadowview. Big chillin'.
Esmeralda, Watts LA.
Sean P, Sacramento.
Sully, San Francisco.
KW Styles, South Psych as well.
Man, South Psych as well. So let's get into it. I want to start with DZ on this because I know you kind of close to the situation, basically knowing Zoe personally and been definitely out on the front lines and shit. I've been out there with you and seen what's going on in the fall. And so let me just get your overview as to what went down once the decision came out, because we was already in a quiet rage with the whole waiting period. It's been a year since we first went out there. And we kind of had a feeling what was going to happen when the decision came out. But since it happened, kind of what happened since then? What series of thoughts and emotions came out since then?
I had to sit down and have a realization with myself because I was at the point like, fuck it. We finna go fuck some shit up, bro. Like, you feel me? We sat here, like you said, we protested for weeks, bro. We sat out there in the cold. The first day I was out there protesting, it was probably 10 of us, you feel me?
Yeah.
In the rain, sitting at the Capitol, you feel me? So it was a slap in the face, bro. It basically told us, like, y'all voices don't matter, you feel me? Like, we still gonna do what we do, bro. So I had to really have a realization with myself, like, bro, you on probation. You got, SAC PD is looking for any reason to grab you up, you feel me? I just had to just sit down and just be like, what's the next step? How can we further it? Which I'm still somewhat lost. I mean, they said the most important part, charges being held. Like, What can we do now? Keep protesting? That ain't gonna solve nothing. That ain't gonna bring up the case and press charges now, you feel me? So it's just like, we just gotta, I feel like it's at the point now with just empowering people, bro, to where next time, if something like this was to happen, they know there ain't no second chances, bro. They know they can't give nobody no passes for it. Like you said, we pretty much expected it, but it was still a slap in the face. It was
because once it happens, it's different than, just assuming it's going to happen.
Exactly.
I want to go to Esme because I know you've been involved with some other type of protests and stuff. And I don't know how the results have been to you, but how do you, when it comes to protesting and then seeing results or lack thereof, how do you follow up?
I finally feel the same thing, and it kind of makes me feel hopeless. It's almost like, it makes you feel like you're doing something, but in the end, it's like you're showing up. It's like, what does that even do? It does make you feel like you can't do anything about it. And it's like when all these it's consistent, back to back charges, things not happening. It makes you feel like you don't matter regardless. No matter if you show up, try to make a difference. It's like, what's the point? I feel like it's hard to see any result, any change, anything happen. It's just okay, now what's the next step? Keep doing this, but it's if I keep going, when am I going to see a result? So I feel like it's not. I don't know. I feel like it's just a bunch of little battles, and it's when are we gonna see a difference? Yeah,
exactly. And that's what and that's the big point, because what's happening now is, and even what's been happening for years, you got events and things like this that keep happening, and then we keep saying, okay, well, damn. Well, once the charges are dropped, we have to wait for something else to happen. For us to then again, we're gonna have to protest just for the whole spotlight to come back. For them not to forget about it when no charges, are being filed for it. Basically,
that's one of the craziest parts that caught me too, because when they dropped the news, they also dropped it how Sac County Police are responsible for, I want to say, 183 police-involved murders, and not one cop has been held accountable for one of those murders.
That's
You
crazy.
feel me?
That's crazy.
So it's deeper than race. It's deeper than black, white.
Facts.
You feel me? All that shit. This is power versus no power, bro. Money
Facts.
versus no money. You feel me?
Militia, damn near.
Exactly. You feel me?
It's a structured militia. That's what they're doing.
Exactly.
And they're getting around it by when they put it on news. Me and Lee was talking about it the other day. Okay, so certain details, where he was running from the cops and he was going to his grandma's house and he had this type of pill in his system and this type of thing that he was doing. At the end of the day, what we talking about is we see it on, first of all, we see it on Live PD. We see it on the cops television show. All races we've seen run from a cop before.
Period.
Do they all die?
No.
Besides what black people are going through,
I
are
done
they
ran from cops
dying?
before.
Aren't
Yeah.
they supposed to be trained to like de-escalate that type of situation?
Right.
If somebody's running like
Taser,
like
baton.
why is above the waist the first thing like anybody would shoot for
And
anyway? And then why is shooting your first? You got so many other things that you didn't even try to do. Like, you didn't try running after him first. You just shot him. Like, not Stephon Clark in this particular situation because he was in the backyard and they ran. But still, it's like there's other situations where. Like, I can't remember the black person's name, but he started running, the cop immediately just shot him. And then it's like...
It's been multiple.
It's not once or twice. He shot him like 5 times. It's
Yeah.
like they're obviously not
whole
threatening
clip
anymore.
reload and keep.
Yeah.
That's where they was
And
killing
then
me.
also,
Yeah.
like, I guess the FBI is now investigating, like, the Zoe killing to decide if they want to press charges or whatever. But it's like, why do you
know
like
what they gonna
all
do.
you like if you're not going to press charges, like I feel like you already know whether or not, because you're not just sitting back and then like waiting for them to get done and like, oh, now we're going to see if we're going to press charges. Like, you pretty much got all your facts straight. So if you're not going to press charges, why would you even announce that you're going to investigate
I know,
it?
it's
That's all you're going to do is reopen all the wounds for everybody, and then it's going to be more protests again, and then you guys are going to be like, well, why is everybody protesting? We're going to shut down the mall because there's sit-ins and everything. It's like, y'all just reopening everything when you take this long, or like,
False hope.
yeah.
And then Kev, how you feel about it? How you been feeling about it?
I don't know. I also didn't really know, bro. But like, it's just a fucked up situation. It's just like he didn't deserve to die. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's what it comes down to. They made that man be a criminal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
That's
When you have media outlets, which is one of the reasons we had to do a free game panel on this, the media can always create their narrative to make you to walk you through their train of thought.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like, if we don't have our own to go ahead and say how it really happened from our point of view, then we just gonna get overlooked, and a high amount of people who following those media outlets are gonna run with that story of, oh well, he was a criminal anyway. He had drugs in his...
And that shit boils my fucking blood, bro. Like, even just talking about it damn near make a nigga tear up. Cause it's the fact that y'all could justify a man being gunned down by the people who serve and protect our communities or whatever the fuck they're supposed to be doing, you feel me? By, oh yeah, he broke a window. So that
he smoked
the blunt.
Okay, so that means he should die, I guess. Then that means...
Because I'm from South Side. I said this in my Rap Shack interview. You feel me? I'm from South Side. You feel me? I mean, we all grew up in the hood. We all been in the hood at least. And you know, in the hood, I mean, if you hear sirens, bro, the cops ain't too fond of us. We already got to deal with shit like this. So that's why we run. We're intimidated.
Yeah,
These people, they don't come to these hoods to serve and protect us. They come to these hoods to harass, to intimidate, to scare the shit out of us.
And hunt.
And hunt. Straight up. And I done met a million good ass cops, great cops, bro, that show nothing but love, bro. I done been in situations where I could be fucked, and a cop helped me out there. You feel me? Like, straight up. You feel me? So it's like, this ain't just like everybody's bad, but we got those motherfuckers inside the community where it's just like, damn.
And that was another thing I've been wanting to bring up too, is that we're having situations, and it's been happening for years, where you have cops that are trained in, let's say, Louisiana, and then end up getting transferred to Sacramento, or end up getting transferred to Nevada, or a Nevada, cop getting, through the system and then getting transferred to the East Coast.
Yeah.
What's happening is these aren't police officers that are from or haven't even lived in the community for even a month, for even a year. They're oblivious to anything that goes along, because what comes down to it, if they're supposed to protect and serve the community, that means they know thy community.
But with that
means
there's
they
still
know
one common
something.
denominator. I don't give a damn if you police in Nevada, New York, Atlanta, or California. If you kill a black person, they're gonna protect your ass.
That's true. Yeah, it's been proven to us. It's been proven to us. That's true.
And then there's like a lot of people like saying, oh, well, if you guys want to change it, then it needs to be, you know, black cops and stuff. It's like there is black cops and there's still black cops killing black people. It's not. Everybody wants to make it seem like it's, you know, just white cops and black people complaining about white cops killing black people. We complaining about cops in general killing black people.
In general.
People is not like people just overlooking it because they want to put it out there like it's just. Like they're trying to create some type of race war, like black people and white cops, like that's what everything like even when I first heard about it, I'm like, dang, a white cop killed him. Like I didn't know until after the fact that it was actually a black cop that killed him because they just put it out there that it's a cop, like a white cop that That's the news.
And they always want black people against white cops.
That's like the first thing I heard was it was a white cop.
One of my things is tough is because everybody's like, oh well, we need more black cops. Change it from the inside. That's okay. Right. You've been on a sports team before. You've been initiated into something before. You gotta follow a certain school of thought to be really accepted and looked at as one of us. You think so? If we say, okay, we're gonna approach this crowd of people this way, well, nigga, you damn near gonna do it too. Unless or else you're not one of us.
Or else you're not one of us. And that's what I was just arguing with my partners about that, is that all black people ain't our people.
Right.
Exactly.
We got black cops that are white cops.
Yeah,
we have white cops who are black cops in a way, you feel me? Where they actually understand where the fuck we coming from. They actually understand the struggles and the shit that we have to deal with every day, you feel me? And so that's why I feel where you're coming from with that, just because people do a lot of that. We need more black cops. No, we need more of our people.
Exactly.
We need more of our people. Like I was just telling my partners, bro, when we in elementary school, middle school, high school, ain't nobody talking about they want to be a DA. Ain't nobody talking about they want to be a cop. You don't tease for that shit. You're a snitch. That shit needs to stop, bro. You feel me? We need our own people in these positions to help our people. You feel me? Because they're outsiders looking in, bro. They look at us like we're fucking animals. You feel me?
Like that.
It's like a zookeeper basically. So these ain't cops. These are zookeepers at this point.
That's really. They think we're animals.
Yeah,
straight up. They get by their lieutenant and by their sergeant, go into these certain areas. They not just driving in Meadowview for no reason, just to chill for the night. Bro, they go in there to try to hunt for something.
I can't tell you the last time I seen a single cop car in South Sac, bro. They back to back. Anywhere I seen them. Like they with their homies. Like they slide with their homies.
Pulling people over together. Like why does it take more than one cop car to pull somebody over?
Got 6 cops around one person.
To me, the hardest part about it is we can sit up here and talk about all these individual aspects. It's so many that it's hard to find one solution. Because it's so multifaceted, and the shit that we got to deal with, that it's not just one solution. What's the answer? I don't got the answer. Nobody has the one answer. So
it's
we always look.
It's working. It's trials and tribulations.
Yeah, we always left just looking, all right, what do we do next? And it's because we don't never figure that out by the time the next body drop. You know, so,
and it's hard.
And it happens so often. Right. Then it's back to hashtag. Then it's back to hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, where the fuck do we go from here?
And they do it like that on purpose. And that's why it is a structured militia the way. And me and Lee have talked about it for years. The government likes it like this. They like it where it's basically a militia going into all these communities and having it where it's happening so quick, like the news cycle. It's happening so quick that, okay, we're protesting for Stephon, and then, oh shit, well, then we got to protest for someone else. We got to protest.
Here's the more dangerous part of it is when it gets so crazy, everybody's so emotional that we start splitting against each other. Oh, well, I don't fuck with his tweet. He said that we should change it from the inside.
That's a good
I don't fuck with his tweet. He said he shouldn't have been running in the first place.
Like, wow.
And we start going against each other because everybody's so hot.
That was one of my biggest things, bro, because with this situation, I mean, y'all was on the front line with us, you feel me? Y'all was out there protesting with us. We were out there as Zoe's group of friends before, you feel me? I wasn't the closest to Zoe, but my big brother called him his brother, you feel me? So that was enough for me right there. So we was out there pushing. Then we had the whole Black Lives Matter crew come out there. And they went on the internet the next night and bashed the shit out of us.
I remember
their own youth, you feel me? The people that we out there fighting for, y'all bashing us on the internet because y'all don't approve of our protests, or approve of anything we doing in a way, you feel me? Rather than grabbing whoever leading, me, whoever was leading at the time, and trying to direct somebody towards the right way, it's just like, oh, nah, they dummies.
Yeah.
They young dummies. You feel me? We don't support that shit. We don't stand with them. That's their words.
That's honestly their word. Yeah, that was their
It's always
words.
our people the first to turn against us. That's why everybody else is like, fuck us. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's part of it too.
if this is my cousin right here and I'm treating him like shit, I can't be mad at you treating him like shit because that's what I'm putting on everybody
Look what
else.
you showing.
feel me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's just that's one of the biggest issues.
That's the
right
coldest
there, bro.
part, and to me, that's the most dangerous because then all they gotta do is attack one of us, and then it's gonna turn us on each other.
Yeah.
When it's supposed to be the complete opposite. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
they do it on purpose because it's like you're less powerful if you split up everybody. You know, it's like it turns like the black community against each other, and then it's like minorities should like bind together, and like you can like do so much more. And it's always pinning like brown against black. You know, it's like
Yeah,
for
you know,
sure.
there's so many more like common denominators. It's like it's not like lessening other people's experiences and all that, but they're just like, no, let's focus on the negative and keep you apart because if we pin you against each other, you can't handle, like, you can't do anything.
Right.
Because then it's like you fighting against each other and you're both fighting against like the government, the people in power, and it's like nothing's gonna get done.
I was actually going to ask you that too. I know there's got to be something within your culture. Have you feel like throughout your life you've experienced a certain divide between any certain parts of your culture when it comes to whether it be the government or the police and certain things like that? Have you experienced kind of certain things like that even growing up between your friends or family friends?
Well, definitely, because like I grew up in the hood, so it was always like just brown and black. So to me, I thought we were like, we're a community, we're together, we're experiencing like poverty, we're experiencing all these things, like the way policing happens there, like everything. It's like we're all in this together. But then like for me, like it was later on. But my parents growing up there, it was like the beginning of all this, like, and it was so much like worse of an area. So there's definitely like before they're like, oh, it always like against each other. Black and brown people, like, we hated each other. And I'm like, why was it like that? Like it's crazy to me because like once I was like growing up there, it was a little more like harmonious. It's like, okay, we're accepting, we're like coexisting. Because before it was like majority black people, so they're like, oh, like these brown people are coming into our neighborhood. So then it's like now it's like, okay, like yeah, we're growing up together, we're like in the same area, we're seeing the same things. So like it definitely was better, but especially now with like when Trump came into presidency, I feel like that sparked the discussion more because before like my parents would like try to ignore talking about that stuff with me or my sisters, or just like they want to tell me about like what the experience growing up there. They try to avoid it. They're just like, it's just gonna be better for you guys, try to avoid that stuff. But it definitely sparked that up, and it's like, yeah, like I took my dad out to protest for like the Trump thing, and he's like, he was undocumented. He came over when he was 15, so you can tell like for us it's like kind of like our job because they feel more hopeless. Like for their generation, they're like, no, stay quiet. Like I feel like it's common to in the black community. Like the older generations, they're used to like kind of like just stay quiet, like try to keep alive. Try to just like keep it pushing and like without trying to like cause like more conflict. So like for me, it's like you're almost like more comfortable, like I know like I'm from here, like you can't do shit, like I have my rights, blah blah blah. So it's like I know like I can take advantage and like speak for me and like generations before me who feel like more vulnerable, you know?
Well, because that's the big thing, like growing up and even in school we were indoctrinated where certain amount of people are in these areas, whether it be out of the country, other countries, and as well in different communities, and those are the minority. When in actuality, if you really look at it, and from a young age, we were getting brainwashed and damn near we are the majority. I'm talking about together. So you got black, you got Asian, you got Mexicans, you got all these different types of people. We are the majority if we're all together. And then you have the Caucasians and the Europeans and the ones that colonized, all on that side. And then you got all us. We are the majority. We've always been the majority. But they didn't made us for years beat on each other and beat it into us that we the minorities when it doesn't make sense. It looks as if we're the minorities because they always have spread us out. They always end up spreading us out. And then in the communities that they do pin you together, they try to make the excuse of, we got cops looking out for drugs or looking out for alcohol. Meanwhile, who are the people that's building it? They the ones that dropping drugs. They put liquor stores in there.
I wanted to just touch on too, back on what she was saying about the older generation and the younger generation, because they kind of tie back into what you were saying about the Black Lives Matter movement. The Black Lives Matter movement, to me, basically that's the older generation in my book compared to what we was doing.
Exactly.
Like, we was really the people who's really the youth on the streets here. We was out there, and the older generation is looking at us like, y'all not doing it the right way, et cetera, et cetera. But y'all ain't getting shit accomplished anyway by just destroying us. That's why I like the King Keons and the brother Barry Ashes. I always, shout out to them, because when we out there on the front line, all they do is just show us how to do it. Just here, you have a microphone. You get them together. You know what I'm saying? They know, they in tune with what we got to do. They know they role and they'll all roll. And so that's where you get some progress happen, and that's where we can feel like we won a small battle shutting down the Kings game. Yeah. We can feel like we won a small battle, whatever we accomplished.
Oh yeah,
we made national news though.
Oh yeah, and that's what it comes down to. Shutting down a freeway is making national news because it's metaphorical. Mm-hmm. It's symbolic. We're shutting down a freeway
if we work together.
If we work together to stop it,
yeah. And I definitely agree with that. Because we be having conversations about that all the time, just talking about how our parents are used to being workers, and this is entrepreneurs.
Yeah, trying to provide.
We're not fucking working at all. Bro, we doing this shit our damn stuff. There's too many opportunities and too many spaces for us to just sit here and work for somebody. I mean, we can always work for somebody on the side,
of course.
But we got this bigger vision that our parents don't see. But it's different now. Shit's a lot different now. You know what I mean? Like you said, your father couldn't really fight for his rights because he didn't have a citizenship or whatever that may have been, but you do. So you can go out there and actually push for him and push that line and do all that. We need that older generation to just understand, like, you feel me? We take notes from y'all, we do all that shit, but we got this shit. We figured it out.
They just gotta understand that we're gonna be alright.
Yeah.
Even if we don't do it y'all way, we gonna take care of our own, you feel me? Just let us do what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to push the vision.
To speak on what you said, like both of you guys had said something, like you said something about like not feeling like you won the like after protesting and everything. I don't think it's necessarily like it's like when we protesting. I think that's more about getting like the attention, like you said,
awareness,
national news. Because like even if like they didn't press charges, like even if they didn't, like it's gonna get more awareness around the world. Like if we protesting and shutting the mall down, shutting the Kings game down, etc., it's gonna get more attention. I feel like it's not like, yes, we want it to be like us protesting. All right, now they're gonna press charges. That's what we want it to be. But if it's not gonna be that, I feel like we can't say that we necessarily took a loss. I feel like we got to look at it like, all right, well, they didn't press charges, but it's national news, and everybody, like, obviously everybody knows it's going down still. But it's like if people gonna keep talking about it and keep talking about it, eventually they're gonna have to improve something within their, like, otherwise it's just gonna everywhere's just gonna be crazy. So eventually they're gonna have to make changes within what they're doing.
Just like he said, because the feds picking it up. That wouldn't have happened if we wouldn't have that.
No, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
It makes some type of attention get to it. You feel me? Like it ain't completely pointless. I think it's just the fact of the justice being served. Where we feel like we lost. Which it's not really a loss, like you said. It's never really a loss, just because of the awareness and all that. But it's just.
It is hard, like not getting the exact results you want.
Exactly.
And that's where it's kind of like, to me, it's nerve-wracking and a little bit like when people say certain things like, oh, damn, okay, I can't even get to the Kings game tonight. Mm-hmm. Or, okay, well, damn, y'all shutting down a freeway.
They have.
Okay, well, what you guys have to understand is the reason people are standing at a freeway, you gotta look at it where it's not literal.
Yeah.
What we're showing you is a band of people together have to do this to the extreme to show you guys what you guys do to us in other ways.
Oh God.
You guys keep us down by choking us basically and stomping us down. So what we gonna do? Okay, we gonna stand in front of where you drive now. We gonna stand in front of where you drive now to show you basically symbolically how we feel just sitting in the classroom.
Yeah.
We feel choked. We feel like we can't say nothing to nobody. When we at work, we sitting like this. I can't say nothing to nobody. So what we gonna do is
wear a fake smile every month.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Straight up, bro.
So guess what? Tonight, y'all not getting to this Kings game.
Straight up.
Y'all not getting to the Kings.
That's our power for now.
That's our power. That's something that we can control. That's non-violent. So what y'all gotta say now? It's non-violent.
Exactly.
We stand it. But then it's still a problem. Oh, well, Sean P., why don't y'all protest in a different way? Okay, tell me a different way to protest.
Well,
we
have the signs.
We have the signs. We've been doing sit-ins.
If I'm protesting and you agree with how I'm protesting, then I probably didn't do it the right way.
Exactly.
You should not approve of what the fuck I'm doing.
No,
if you have the same views as the government and all that, you don't. I don't want you to agree.
Yeah,
I don't want you to agree.
I want to disrupt everything y'all have going on. Just like the cops know what's up, bro. They dropped him. The DA dropped everything of not being charged or whatever. Bro, they had cops downtown within 10 minutes.
And called in Oakland PD.
Called in Oakland
Come
PD.
on,
I
they
forgot
knew what
about
time
that.
it was. So it's somewhat a game to them in a way. That's where I feel like they feel like they playing chess with some checker players. You know what I mean? Like they think they could just move around. Okay, well yeah, we know you all finna start protesting.
Right.
That's why I like the East Sacramento shit because they had Golden One sold up. Oh, we know what they're finna do. Nah, you don't know what the fuck we finna do. We finna go to the Fabulous 40s and call tail with these motherfuckers. I was one of the people out there when we was protesting last year telling people stop banging on cars, stop all that ignorant shit because at that moment I felt like that was necessary. But now it's like I don't even feel right telling somebody stop that shit. If you feel strongly about this shit and you're willing to go to jail over breaking that person's window, so
what you gotta do.
I'm not telling you to do no dumb shit, but I am saying follow your motherfucking heart, and if you feel that's what's right, then do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah.
Because at the same time, like I said, when I heard that shit, it made me want to go do something dumb. I
That's
just
a
know
fact.
I'm on felony probation. I can't afford to do.
No, that's a fact.
You feel me?
And there's a certain amount of like methods that we can take and that we tried to take over the years to show. Well, we're not trying to go over the top radicalism necessarily, but at the same time, I lean more on the side of Malcolm X as well. So in the sense of, okay, I mean, if we have to go to the extreme, because what have they done to us? I mean, they've done some of the most evil, sadistic, extreme things to us and to our people as a whole. I'm talking the majority, all of our races. So in that sense, sometimes we do have to do the extreme. So we standing on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we do have to do.
But we could have been looting. We could have been breaking windows. Could have doing ignorant ass shit where we was just.
We could have been jumping you, motherfuckers.
But that's what could have been killing
motherfuckers. They could have jumped y'all ass.
Even the people who were at the Kings game yelling at protesters because they want to get into a fucking basketball game.
Now if people would have started beating them
Could have
up.
dropped their asses.
If you start slapping the shit out of
If people would have started beating them up, then what?
Then they've been hot at us. Like, what is y'all doing?
Like,
The second one violent thing happens, it's like everybody, the majority can be having a great protest, keeping it calm, keeping it non-violent, but the second one person acts out,
They focus
all the
on
camera,
that.
it's like even when I went to the protest, there was a Trump supporter there, and he was the only one causing, like shit to go, like he was trying to provoke people.
Yeah.
He wanted to see people get angry, so it's like, oh, it's shedding bad light on you, like who are you trying to protest? It's like, I'm here just minding my own. And the second, the Trump supporters started trying to, actually getting a reaction out of everybody else, the cameras go straight there.
It happened last year when we first, at the Kings game, it was a couple white people coming in there trying to bulldoze shit, right where the cops was ready to tase us, starting hella drama and shit, and I forget who it was, pulled them out, like, nah, y'all not with us, like, get the fuck on, they was getting ready to try to get us hurt.
Yeah, nah, for real, I remember distinctively on Jay and Ninth, bro, we was protesting, headed west, down J, going down the numbers. We was coming from 10th, heading down, and there was a white lady standing on the curb, saying nigger, all types of shit.
Oh yeah,
over there stripping. They start barking on her, throwing water bottles on her and everything. But mind you, the cameras, like y'all said, they just run straight over there.
Don't even care about what she's saying.
Forgot about what we got going on.
Yeah.
But the cameras walked away when I went over there tripping, leave that lady alone. Fuck it. She can have her ignorant ass views. You feel me? But when that happened, you feel me? Okay, now the camera's back to the ignorance. You feel me? That's just
they want to
crazy.
see you respecting each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not good news for them.
Exactly. That's not good news.
They don't get any exposure from agreements and people actually being civil.
Because there's a lot of times where there's different parts of the protests and stuff like that. The ones that I've been to, even just historically, different ones I've been to downtown and stuff, where you'll see certain parts of those protests where people are from different cultures.
For sure.
Where people are just trying to at least, even if it gets into a little bit of a heated debate, people are just mano, right here with each other.
And that was one of the things I
and
really
stuff.
fucked with about the protests with last year was it was black people linked arms with white people, linked with Asian people, linked with Mexican people. Everybody was out there for the cause, so it's like, that was cool, because Sacramento's a diverse place anyway. Exactly. You gotta see some of that, and that shit was for sure on display.
For sure.
Yeah.
Even just walking down the street, state workers and that couldn't be there for the protest stopping and putting their fist in there.
And that's big.
You feel me? That's
the state workers,
that's
big.
It was someone on the roof watching from down, just up there.
Yeah, straight up. That's all that matters. Like, you don't gotta be out here step for step with us. We understand people got lives. You might not even have the same views as us.
That's true.
But as a fucking human being with a heart, you can see what the fuck is right from wrong.
And they don't want this to happen to their kids.
Yeah,
I mean, you ask anybody that you work with, anybody that you see that's from a different culture, don't nobody want that to happen to no one that they love.
If I'm at my house right now and somebody go in my backyard and I gun him down, I'm 100% sure they will still bring up my criminal record and everything else to whether it's self-defense or whatever it may be. They're gonna put me under that jail because of my past. You feel me? So that it's just like you can't be different because it's a cop, bro. Like, it can't be no different because it's a cop.
I mean, I think we done pretty much touched on pretty much almost the whole gamut. I want to get one closing note, like a takeaway from everybody on it. So we'll just go around. We'll start this way this time.
I feel like the only way we're going to see change is if everyone comes together, like I was saying, as a whole, and like really express that we're not out here for no reason. We're doing this shit because this shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the only way we're going to see change. And like you guys said, people that are actually in the community becoming these cops, becoming these lawyers, so they can actually help us out, and so this shit don't happen again. Even though it's like straight up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's more power if we all together. Like, and we need to stop waiting for such drastic things to happen, like cops killing us and everything, for us to be like, all right, now we need to come together. I feel like we need to work on doing that before something else happens.
Exactly.
Like that way, we stronger together. So.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's a lot of aspects in this conversation. It's a lot of things that have to happen and that have to go right or wrong in some cases, to be honest with you, for solutions, to arise. I think it's always going to be a tough situation in the sense of there's a lot of other powers that be that are over us in a lot of different ways. So what we have to do on a lower level is, even to Sully's point, I think we can all agree on this. Everybody from different cultures and different races and coming from different areas, we got to try to keep sticking together.
Yeah.
And if we are out there on the front line in different facets, whether it be through social media, whether it be through on camera and getting it national and getting exposure to it, those are going to be the big things because. And then eventually, maybe we will see a change when it comes to cops not doing that, at some point. Because that's a lot of it too, is we have to be able to coexist with the people that are supposed to protect and serve our community.
Exactly.
There still hasn't been any sort of, coming together of any of those two sides. So that's where we really got to, make a difference with it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's like staying together, like, and honestly, just anybody, like, I know a lot of people are scared to even go out and protest. Like, don't make excuses, even if, like, all you can do for now is keep doing the hashtag thing, spreading awareness. Like, it's something. Like, if you're doing that, do that. If not, like, don't be scared to go on your day off if there's a protest happening. Like, just go out and do it. Like, you might like the experience. If you don't, go back and find other avenues. Just, like, don't give up and keep doing something,
Yeah, I'm with her all the way on that. That was point I was just gonna pick up on. Everybody has a fucking voice. No matter your age, your skin color, whatever you got going on in life, everybody has a voice, and use it for the right shit. We got a lot of people in Sacramento using their voice to promote negativity, promote the wrong shit that's going on. We just need people to just focus on the issues that we have at hand and use your voice to the full potential that you can do. Like she said, protest. If you're not a fan of protesting, there's plenty of things you can do on the computer.
Definitely.
It's social media. I mean, even making a post about it, put a pound sign, that's one more person. You feel me? So it's just spread awareness about this shit. Like Sean said, nothing's gonna change overnight. But as we can see now, it's a lot different from when it was in the 40s and the 50s. So we could just keep pushing.
Even just by a little bit.
Just a little bit. You feel me? Even
just
a little bit.
Even a little bit.
Even the smallest amount. It's just, we had a black president.
Yeah, for me, I would just say stay mobile, stay mobilized, stay active, find your own lane, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to come walk the streets, find your way to stay connected and just stay true to who and what you're fighting for. Stay true to what side you on. Tap in with somebody who is on the street level so you can see how you can make their experience better. Y'all can work together to keep it going. And it's like my OG told me, like, we still we still the dinosaurs of the racism era. It ain't been that long yet.
Exactly.
It's only been 100, 200 years we've been over here dealing with this
bro.
shit. It's not even, halfway done yet. So
For real.
there's still a lot more left to do. We just gotta play our part for our era to make sure that it's going keep going up and smoothing it out as time goes on. We still the dinosaurs of this shit. So we still just gotta keep on fighting and just make sure that we stay true to all who and what our cause is, and we'll make something pop.
Definitely. Yep.
Facts.
We definitely thank you guys for coming on the show. Eric, Miss Esme, Kevin, Sully. Definitely thank you for getting your presence and getting your voice felt on Free Game. This is a big platform for Sacramento, and we trying to get this shit global too as well. So shout outs to Free Game. I'm Sean P.
Man. Free Game.
Free Game. Alright, stop worrying about Khloe Kardashian.
Yo. I guess you really wanna know, That's your problem, yeah. Check it, She keep asking where I've been, I ask her why she wanna know.